In this video, we're going to discuss the TRAK RMX DXF capability on an advanced level. Three topics are going to be dealt with. The first is dealing with tiny linear segments. The second is creating group data. And the third is reverse engineering. So let's start with the tiny linear segments. First, I bring in a DXF file. And you'll know you have tiny linear segments when you see the things that look like arcs or curves are actually really horrible looking. And as you zoom in on them, they don't get any better looking. But that's a dead giveaway that you're going to have issues with this program. We will leave the automatic gap closing set at the default of 5 thousandths and just continue on accepting the defaults. So let's select pocket and chain yes. So we select the first entity and then we'll select another entity and it says, well, they're not connective. I got a 20 thousandths gap in there between the two. See if I can get a little closer on that. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of problems here. I got 8 thousandths, I'll accept that. And 12 thousandths. I mean, I'd be all day here picking geometry and not having connective entities. It's very non-productive. So let's just erase this. Let's do this again now. There's our DXF file. You know all about the layers, I would hope by now. And we're going to change our gap from 5 thousandths to 2 tenths. And I'm just going to accept the rest of the defaults so I can get at the programming portion. So we'll say here, pocket, chain yes. And now when I pick the next entity, you can see it's going to go all the way around and pull all of that geometry. Now I just go into event, fill it in, and I'm done. So just by changing the gap tolerance from 5 thousandths to 2 tenths, you're able to get the geometry to chain all the way around. That's a big time saver. Now for the second part of this, we're going to deal with some group data. There are 4 pockets here that are identical. So I'm just going to say here pocket. And the key here for identical entities is to chain, when it asks you to chain, say no. And then just go pick the entities. Okay, now we've got our 4 pockets in here. So on the first one, let's just fill this in. And you notice that here's the first one that I filled in. Here's the second one. It's filled in with the exact same data as the first one. And the same thing with the third and the fourth pocket. So these are a group. I'm going to change something here. We'll go, we got an engineering change. We want that to be 1 inch deep. When we go to move to our next pocket, it says, hey, would you like to propagate the data through subsequent events in this group? Yes, I would. So now event 2 has got a 1 inch pocket. Event 3's got a 1 inch deep pocket, and so does event 4. So whatever you do to the first one, then we'll carry on through the other events in that group. We'll just get rid of that now and deal with our third feature, which is reverse engineering. So I'm just going to bring in a file here that I created earlier. And this file could be something from, let's say, a napkin drawing. Here, the guy says here, I gotta make one of these. Can you help me make one of these? Okay, so by hook or by crook, we change whatever we need to get this Here, I'll just make that 3.5. There, this is, the guy goes, okay, that's the shape I want right there. So how do I get this data from the control into my engineer's hands so that they can create a solid model from it, or they can create maybe a fixture from this, or whatever it is that needs to be done. Simple enough, just go to Program In Out. I'm going to take the file here and I'm going to save it as a DXF. And now I've got a DXF file that I can bring into whatever CAD and get whatever result I need. So yes, we have DXF in, but yes, we also have DXF out. That's unique. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you found it informative and helpful.